Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. In this video, we will cover Bastion host and uh, DDoS protection. So let's start by DDoS first. So for that, we need to create a virtual machine, virtual network first. So let's create our virtual network. Uh, let's create a resource group in here. We're gonna call it resource group East US and press OK. And then let's call it virtual network East US. And let's make sure that this is in East US. And let's go next. Next. Okay, in the security option, let's enable the protection. So as you can see, there's nothing available. So what I will do, I will keep it disabled. And let's create this one here. And then we will manually create and associate to our VNet. So let's wait for the virtual network to get created. Okay, our virtual network is almost there. I think it's done. It was just showing up. Yep, that's done. Okay, and subnet is there. Perfect. Okay, now if we go on the top of the screen and search for DDoS protection plan, you can see it comes up. So if you click here, let's create one. Resource group, as we mentioned, we're going to use East US, which we have created, and the name we're going to call it DDoS hyphen East US. We will keep it East US as it is. Next, next, and let's create. And let's wait for the that's created. Now, as you can see, there is nothing showing up underneath. So if we click on add, and as you can see, it's gonna give us option to add our VNet, which we're gonna do it now. Just gonna give it a few more minutes so it will come up. Okay, perfect, that's done. So now our VNet got DDoS enable on it. And now let's launch a virtual machine in that VNet, so that machine should have the DDoS enabled. So let's use Linux machine first. Okay, we'll leave the setting as it is. Let's use password option. Okay, and then we're gonna keep only the SSH port open. These settings you're gonna leave it default, and make sure you select the VNet which is selected, and just disable this management next, and let's create. So now if you follow what we have done, we have created a virtual network first, and then we created our DDoS, and then we DDoS service, and then we connected from DDoS service our virtual network, and now we are launching a VM into that virtual network. So by default, it should have a DDoS enable. So once it's created, we will show you. Just gonna wait for it to finish. Shouldn't take too long. Still getting deployed. Okay, perfect. So that's all done. Now, if I go to the networking, and if I go to the card, you can see network interface is Linux 31. And if I go to, let me duplicate quickly, and if I go to DDoS protection, and under the DDoS which we created, if we click here, and let's see where is our VNet. So let me quickly go back. It should be under the, yep, protected resources. Just gonna wait for this one to, yep, this is populated. If you click here, and you can see our network interface is there. That's the one. Okay, perfect. So our DDoS topic has covered. Now let's jump on to the second topic, which we said we're gonna cover, Bastion server. So it's very straightforward. So what we need to do, we need to search for Bastion server, and let's hit create, and let's create one. I will use the same resource group. Okay, there's one thing which we need to do, but I will show you while we are creating it. I will call it Bastion -East US, and let's use our resource group as East US. Here we go. We're gonna leave the count as it is. And virtual network, we will pick up our East US. Okay, now that's where it's asking for the subnet. It needs a particular name, cannot read properly ID of full. So what we need to do, let's create one. So if you go here under our virtual network subnet, you can go and create it and then come back. But since I was there, so I'm just gonna create it underneath here. So what we gonna call this one as Azure Bastion subnet. Click save. Okay, that's done. And if I go back to Bastion server configuration, you can see it's populated here. And then that's the only setting we need to do, and let's hit create. It will take few minutes, so I will pause the video for now and come back when it's ready. Hello, welcome back. So that's Bastion server has been installed now. So let's use it now. So if I go to the VM, the one which we have created earlier for DDoS, so we're gonna try to use that one. So if you look on your left side of the pane, so there is a Bastion server there. So if you just type your username, which we have created was desktop, and then enter the password, which was yeah. Okay. Make sure your pop-up is enabled, because if you not, then it will not let you up. Here we go. So we are in our VM, and let's run simple commands here to make sure that this is what we were after. Yep, that's done. And okay, perfect. So as you can see, what we have done, we use the same Linux machine which we were using, and you can see there's a Bastion sign on the right as well, and it tells you all the description here. I think we have covered pretty much what we want to cover in this demo, and I would say thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video. Thanks, bye for now.